Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a great day, and welcome to the Tundra Dude 34 YouTube channel. We are in the 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 TRD Rally, and we are on our MPG run. We are taking the same route I do with every Tundra that I have. So, by the end of this video, we will be able to see where this Tundra falls in among the other 9 that have done the test. The leader right now is the 2023 SR5 double cab that I owned. So I look forward to seeing where this one falls in as far as can it make the top 3. Now this is a little bit different of an MPG test that we're doing today. If you watch my channel, you know that I own a 2024 1794 TRD, and I have some quality control issues with that truck when it comes to some areas of the interior, a certain sound coming from the rear of the truck. So in this highway trip with this truck, I'm going to see if it is evident on this truck as well. Now that's a 1794. That is a high luxury trim Tundra. This is an SR5, more toward the lower end of the trim line of Toyota Tundra. So we shall see while we move on down the road here. I will update you again around 65, 70 miles into the trip, and I will have some answers on that to let you know if the quality control issues have gotten any better for the 2025 model year, and in a lower trim, will you see less quality control issues because there's less equipment in this truck. So as we go down the road here, one thing I do want to mention, this has the 18-inch wheel and tire package. So I look forward to seeing how this does. With the bigger sidewall on the tire, it's definitely a lot more comfortable down the road. Right away, I could tell you, as far as wind noise and road noise, I don't hear much at all, if any. You could hear more on the outside versus the 1794. It seems like the 1794 has a little bit quieter of an interior. But as far as road noise goes, I can hear these tires a lot more than those Falcon Wild Peaks and that 20-inch setup we see on, the higher end Toyota Tundras. So I will keep you updated along the way, and as always, go down in the comments below. And even though we're extremely early into the trip, I just left, let me know what you think the MPG will be on this truck when we get to our destination in Pennsylvania. There are 33 PSI in each tire right now as per the computer. So I will also update you along the way on what the truck is saying as far as MPG, what we're doing. It is 5:14 in the morning on a Monday, and there's a lot of traffic around me right now. Everybody's heading into Manhattan because that's the direction we're going. And when we do our next update, I will already be turning west toward Pennsylvania. So hopefully the traffic dies down a little bit. But who knows? In this area of the country, there's traffic at 3 in the morning. So we shall see. We'll continue down the road. It's a nice day to do this. There's no wind. There's no precipitation. So 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 TRD Rally. Let's see where it ranks among the other Tundras that have taken this ride. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have another update for you here. And before we get to it, I just want to apologize for the view that you're seeing right now. We are in an SR5, and this one does not have a pano roof, of course, because you can't get that in SR5. So I had to mount it to the window. So the view isn't as good as it always is in, my 1794 and things like that. But as far as the update on this truck so far, we're about 65, 70 miles into this trip. The computer is showing 19 MPG right now. We have a 60 mile per hour average, which is nice. The truck is very smooth. I got to say, one thing up front, I think I absolutely love the 18-inch wheel and tire package that is offered on this TRD Rally and also offered on the TRD Off-Road of SR5. I drive a 1794 TRD off-road every day, but it's the 20-inch wheel and tire package. This is just super comfortable. You could definitely feel the difference, and maybe, just maybe, Toyota should offer this 18-inch wheel and tire package on all TRD off-roads and scrap the 20-inch one. Let me know what you think in the comments below on that. Now, with this update, there's one thing I told you guys I wanted to talk about a little bit, and that's some of the quality control issues that my 1794 TRD has. Is it evident on this 2025 SR5? All right, so let's go through each one. I think I have enough seat time on the highway with this truck to give some updates and some comparisons, because that is where all the quality control issues happened, was in my 1794 is on the highway. So number one, in my 1794, I get a weird wind noise up on my windshield, up around the rear view mirror. And I'm happy to report this one does not have any noise like that whatsoever. So we don't have an issue. On my 1794, it kind of sounds like maybe the window seal isn't set properly, or it's not in place the way it should be. It's almost like I'm not going to say a whistle, but it's definitely the sound of wind getting in somewhere around that rear view mirror. So we don't have that. Number two is I get a headliner sticking sound sometimes in my 1794, like the headliner is sticking and unsticking. And, it's something that you can hear. I mean, if the radio's on, you can't really hear it, but if you turn the radio off, you could definitely hear it. In this SR5, that is not an issue at all either. And don't forget, with the 1794, you have the pano roof. This one obviously does not. That could be a difference as well. And number three is on my 1794 at around the highway speeds I'm at right now. So between like 71 and 75 miles per hour, you could hear like a whoa, whoa, whoa kind of sound that's coming from, I think, the rear. And you could hear that if the radio is on or off, okay? Well, I'm happy to report that this one does not have that. And if it does, it's very faint, as in I have to try to hear it, and it could be just some road noise. It's not consistent and loud like it is in my 1794 TRD. So that's a good thing to report. If it has it, I could barely hear it at all. And if you hear it in my 1794, it's like, even with the radio on, it's like, whoa, that's what's going on. So it seems like this SR5 is very well put together. And I say that coming from a 2023 SR5 where I felt the same way. Some people complain about in the new generation Tundra, you got the creaks, the rattles, the interior noise. When I was in that 2023 SR5, I didn't experience any of that. I always felt like that was almost tip-top. Like the build on the inside, it felt like it was quality. And I feel that again with this 2025 SR5. So if you're in the market for a Tundra, I don't know, but in my comparisons and all these Tundras that I've driven, it seems like the SR5 might be the sweet spot when it comes to no creaks, no rattles, and limited quality control issues on the interior. There's no real wind noise in here. As far as hearing sound outside the vehicle, I can definitely hear the tires a lot more than the other ones that I have on my 1794, but it's not obnoxious and it's not, overwhelming. It is a pretty quiet interior, so I got to give a high five to Toyota on what they've done to the SR5. This is a lower trim versus some of the other ones out there, and there's definitely, like we just talked about, great quality control in here as per some of the other high-end Tundras I've driven. And, overall comfort's good. The drivability of these Tundras, I'll always say, is one of the best parts of them. They drive great. This new platform for the new generation is amazing. So quality control issues, so far, so good when it comes to this SR5. And don't forget, if you're in the market for an SR5, it's not a base model truck. Like this truck here is the TRD Rally. It has the 14-inch screen. It has power folding mirrors. It has things in it that, are upgraded on it. This is as high as you could go in an SR5 when it comes to packaging. So you can get a lot in SR5. So, if you're in the market, shop around a little bit. But if quality control on the interior and some of the things people complain about with that stuff, as far as related to creaks, rattles, wind noise, seals not setting properly, whatever, you may want to look at an SR5, because this one so far is tip top. Okay everyone, we're about 135 miles into the trip, so we have under 40 miles to go until we see what the actual pump-to-pump calculation is of this 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 TRD Rally. The computer is showing 19.1 right now as far as the MPG number, so that's not bad. That would put it right around the top 3 if that was real when we get to the pump. And it looks like our average miles per hour right now is 62. There's been no stoppages whatsoever, so that's really good. And again, the conditions are pretty good as far as no wind. Nice easy ride today, so hopefully the SR5 has a good number. We shall see. But once again, I'm still paying attention to being on the highway and listening for any rattles, shakes, sounds of wind, anything like that. And the interior is very quiet, nice, tip-top. You're going to see my decibel meter at some point to show you what the actual sound level is inside the truck, and I will use that going forward. It's an app on my phone just to give you guys a rough idea of you know, how much sound is actually in the cab. But overall, a very quiet interior and a very comfortable ride. And once again, I do want to state I'm madly in love with this 18-inch wheel and tire package as far as road comfort, which this Tundra already possesses. The new generation Tundra already possesses. This adds to it. So 19.1. Next up, we will be at the pump, and let's see what this number's all about. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have our results. You are seeing the stats pop up on the screen right now. And the overall number for the 2025 Toyota Tundra SR5 TRD Rally on our normal MPG loop of 168.3 miles is 18.56. So that should put it, without seeing the list right now, somewhere right around the top 5 there. What's your thoughts on that MPG number? What is your thoughts on the SR5, and especially what is your thoughts on the TRD Rally? Seems like there are people out there who like the TRD Rally and don't like the TRD Rally. There's not really anybody in the middle, but I will tell you, if you are someone in the market for SR5 and you like a little of that Toyota TRD enthusiast heritage on a truck, this is something to check out. It is pretty much a fully loaded SR5. It is more than just some random decals. You also get things that you can't get on an SR5 TRD off-road, like the TRD Pro steering wheel, TRD Pro shifter, and dual-tip TRD Pro axle back exhaust, which gives the engine a nice little rumble. So this was a good MPG test. There was no stoppages. That's why I do it at 5 in the morning. Like, the first half of my video is in the dark. I apologize for that, but I try to do it in a way where there's the least amount of traffic to slow me down. 18.56. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Also, keep in mind, this truck has 928 miles on it. It is not broken in yet, so the fuel mileage should only get better. In closing on this truck, I have a 168.3 mile ride home now. So this will pretty much be the last video in the TRD Rally. We've done quite a few of them. There will be a video, you know, going back to the 1794. How does it feel to get back into something with all of the features in it versus this? But I will tell you, I'm pleasantly surprised with how tight this truck feels, how good the driving experience is. And a lot of people complain down in SR5 that there's too much plastic. There's plastic everywhere. There is a lot of plastic in SR5, but when you think of stuff like the Capstone 1794 and Platinum that has all the soft touch everywhere and stuff like that, and this one has better quality control than those, that's something to think about. If you're in the market for the Toyota Tundra, check out the SR5 before you make any decisions, because you can get these loaded up pretty nice. So Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, it's TundraDude34. It's TundraDude34@gmail.com. Thank you for watching my time with the TRD Rally. It's been a pleasure. 18.56 on MPG. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have a great day.